Now you couldn't even tell that, she was ever that sick, but at the time, it was very stressful in ways that are very hard to convey, even to other parents. And like the degree of it is like really, I can't put it into words. Like it's horrible. I am very grateful for that. I didn't have to like deal with on top of just the added just all the stress of like of your child being like so sick, and you being like really like powerless to help them feel better. She was born at a Kaiser facility. When they called in the pediatric cardiologist, she took a look at her and said, all right, like I'm going to refer you out to my friend. He's like, it's probably the best in the world. And he was just, he was in Stanford, just down across the bay. Kaiser signed off on that, no questions asked. All in all, when all was said and done, it was like a $5 million like hospital bill, and Kaiser paid for all of it except for the annual out-of-pocket limit, which for us was $6,000. Shout out to Obama and the Affordable Care Act, for putting those limits in place. Otherwise, we'd be like, what, $1,000, at least we maybe six figures in the hole, right? But we were only had to pay $6,000 thanks to the out-of-pocket limits. And because Kaiser was so good, he just signed it off and said, do whatever you need to do, we'll take care of the rest. Good health coverage is definitely like health itself. It's not something we take for granted. So much of having a loved one in the hospital is waiting. There's an update or there's a big procedure, like heightened stress followed by like long periods of like bored waiting stress. To kind of keep myself occupied, I'm going to create like a little children's book for Josie, hopefully to read when she gets out of the hospital. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild had just came out, and I was playing that a lot in the Stanford waiting rooms. It was very much on the top of my mind, and visuals are very kind of like pastoral and very like outdoorsy, naturey and such. And I thought this could make a good children's book. So I would take a bunch of screenshots of the game, and then I'd run them through like a filter to make them look like an oil painting. Then I created the prose and like rhymes, like you would expect in a children's book. Then send it to an editor, just for a pair of second eyes, tweaked it a little bit, and then went to this website. I think it's called Bookright with a W, WRIGHT, I think. So I uploaded the PDF there, and that shows like the book layout and all that, and had a copy printed, and it came and it looked great. It was just in time, like for her like discharge as well. So then, I just kind of signed it back then and kept it in my bookshelf. I was thinking, all right, well, obviously she can't, she's 6 months old now, she can't appreciate it yet, but someday she will, right? And I actually recently took it out of the bookshelf and like read it to her, and she was like you wrote this, whoa. And then like she saw like the little like dedication I wrote in that cover, and she was like, mommy, look what daddy like wrote for me. And she was thrilled.